Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to make a tier list for the best combo for every single character in Street Fighter Duel. Now the reason why I want to make this tier list is mainly for two reasons. One is that we obviously have a lot of new characters being released in the game, etc. And a lot of time you have to think about whether you actually want to pull on a character, whether he's actually going to make your team any stronger. And a lot of time this is not actually determined by the strengths of that character himself, but actually determined by can he actually replace, you know, a part of your combo chain? For example, let's say I already have a really strong combo 2 because I always use Beast Sangler's combo 2. Then when a new character such as Kuma has been released, who also relies on combo 2, then I know even though he's really strong, I'm unlikely gonna ditch my Beast Sangler for Akuma, so therefore he wouldn't actually improve my first team. But he may improve my second or third team, but he wouldn't improve my first team, let's say. Whereas let's say a new, I know that my combo one is tend to be my weaker. So if I have to replace anyone, I want to replace someone with my stronger combo one, and a new character has been released with a really strong combo one, then that makes it almost a no-brainer for me to go for that character. So in order to do that, you kind of need to know the strengths of each character and where they fit in your attacks, etc. And that's kind of why I want to do this tier list. The second reason is that uh, I believe a lot of us, including myself, are kind of moving now towards the late game when you need to fill up multiple teams, etc. And there's often a problem where, for example, if I need to fill in three teams, that means 12 characters. However, I may only have seven or eight good ones. So whilst you may be able to always find two or three characters that you want on your team two or team three, it can be somewhat difficult for you to decide who would be the other person left on the team. And once again, I think this combo tier list can help you to do that because, for example, I realized, oh, I just need someone to fill in my combo one position. Then I will combo two position. Now I can just take a look at this tier list and see, okay, I know these characters are really strong with their combo one or combo two. So therefore, I should just slot one of them in because that's probably going to help me in my team, even if they're not high level. So yeah, so that's kind of the reason why I think this combo tier list could potentially be useful for everyone, and that's why I'm doing this video now. All right, so in terms of the format, you always have four rows at the start. So that's super combo, combo one, combo two, combo three. So that kind of represents their strongest attack for that character, I guess. Then we also have two tiers at the end. One is no combo needed. This is just for Bison Bros and Monster Hunter Ken because I think they're just very unique in some of their skills that makes them useful even if we don't actually use them to attack in a combo. I'll talk about more later once we get to that tier. And then also lastly, we have the situational tier with some characters who I think potentially you actually need to rotate or switch up which part of the combo you want to do manually depending on certain situations. Once again, I'll talk more once we get to that tier. All right, but right at the top, we start off with super combo. Now, super combo is actually a bit of an interesting one because the vast majority of the time, you actually want your DPS to do super combo. The reason is that in any combo chain, if you use super combo, you can also attack again with combo 2 or combo 3. However, if you don't use that character to do super combo, there's no way they can do two attacks in the same chain. So if you think about your DPS, they're trying to do maximum amount of damage. So most of the time you want them to attack the most. So it kind of makes sense for them to do both super combo and also one other combo 2 or combo 3 afterwards for maximum damage. And also for especially for attackers, attack class characters, I believe the fighting heart, there's one skill which basically says they are going to get increased combo damage within the next few seconds. And if you don't attack multiple times in the one combo chain, that's going to be longer than the effect of your fighting heart, and then effectively make that skill useless. So for that reason, you definitely want your attack class character to always start off the combo chain with a super combo and then attack again in the same combo chain. So that's why most of the time you probably want your DPS to do the super combo. However, in the rare cases when you have let's say two damage dealers or you need some kind of other functionality outside of just pure damage, I have picked a few characters who I think their super combo really defines those characters, and you should try to use those attacks as much as possible. All right, so starting off with Apple. Apple super combo is to me is one of the best super combo in the game, and it definitely supersedes his combo one, combo two, because Apple's combo one is only able to put up shield for the entire team, like a few shield. His combo two is only able to put shield up for himself. However, his super combo is able to do both put up lots of shield for himself and also shield for the whole team. So absolutely amazing. If you do want to consistently put up shield, Apple's super combo is normally the best one for you to start off the combo chain with. So that's why he is definitely defined by his super combo. Sea Viper, very nice. You a lot of time you see Viper to take out the back row enemy, and his super combo is exactly what's able to do that. So if you are playing Sea Viper for that specific purpose of trying to focus on the enemy's back row, you definitely want to start off the super combo with Sea Viper. Poison super combo is able to place silence on all of the enemies, so that's once again really nice interruption effect. And also because of the super combo, sometimes it's actually slightly easier to time than Beat Sanclifs because Beat Sanclifs combo two, so you have to get the timing right by attacking with the super combo and combo one first at the right timing, whereas Poison is able to do that with her super combo, so it's actually slightly easier in some cases. So if you haven't tried that, definitely try it out. You can interrupt with Poison's super combo, and that's why I do say if you do have Poison, try to use her super combo as much as possible. Then we move on to Gen. Gen's main game mechanic is mirror image, which is able to only do follow-up attack when Gen use either super combo or combo one. If you look at pure damage output, Gen's super combo actually do way more damage than combo one, so that's why you normally want to play super combo, and also because he is a DPS. So if you use him in super combo, you can use him to attack again for combo two. Whereas if you use him in combo one, then he can only attack once in that chain. So once again, it makes sense for you to start off the combo with Gen. Alright, now we move on to Charming Dudley. Charming Dudley's whole game mechanic is determined by Black Rose Mark, and I believe Super Combo is the only one which is able to inflict Black Rose Mark consistently. So you definitely want to do Super Combo for him. Cody is Super Combo. Cody is actually the only B grade character I have here because he's very actually unique in a sense with his super combo. One, he's able to take the enemy's back row forward. So even though he doesn't do too much of damage himself to the back row, because you are taking that back row enemy forward, it allows the rest of the team to do really high damage, and that basically can help you to take out the enemy back row as quickly as possible. The other reason is because he can actually release super combo without any combo sorry combo gauge requirement, I believe. So that actually means that you can release his super combo at any time, even if your combo gauge is not charged up. And that's really useful when you're up in battles against, let's say, the enemy speed Stancliffe, who can definitely outspeed you. And if you want to interrupt them, if the enemy is attacking before you cannot interrupt their whole chain. You can only interrupt part of the chain. However, if you have Cody, who is able to release his combo without even being completely charged up, then that allows your Beat Sangler to definitely have the potential to interrupt the enemy's combo chain from the very beginning. So that's why it's actually really useful as a super combo. Alright, then we have Flame 20. Flame 20's game mechanic is mainly about trying to inflict lots of flame penetration. Her combo 1 is an AoE doing 10 hits, I believe. Each hit have the ability to land flame penetration. So it's definitely by far, I think, her best skill to do loads of flame penetration at once. And that's why you definitely want to use her super combo if possible. Alright, now we move on to combo one. Combo one is mainly for support characters. So you have Street Poison, who's able to buff everyone with combo one. You have Eleanor, who's able to heal everyone with combo one. If you happen to have their fighting spirit up, both of them can actually do an attack right afterwards as well. So that's actually really nice. So you do try to use their combo one if possible. Then you have Fei Long and also Blanca, who's able to place elemental vulnerability. So flame vulnerability for Fei Long, Thunder vulnerability for Blanca. So if you happen to place them in a style which requires doing flame or thunder damage, this would be a quite good way of how you can increase that damage output. So you do try to play that combo one if possible with the right team. Alright, now we move on to combo 2. There's absolutely loads of character with really good combo 2. Starting off with Fashion Blanca. Fashion Blanca's combo 2 do insane amount of damage in both PvP, PvE, boss battles, etc. Like if you use him, then you know. So this is kind of no-brainer for him to use combo 2 if possible. Then we have Zangief. Zangief's combo 2, once again, absolutely amazing. What's able to do is able to ignore the passive or place a way to ignore the passive on the enemy hits. So that allows you to take out, E Honda with his really passive regeneration and immunity. It allows you to go bypass and Bison's never dying Infernal King passive. So it's just absolutely passive. A great combo too if you are able to get all of his cards out. So if you do have 6 cards on him, his combo 2 is absolutely amazing. This is basically a standard go-to character in my PvP team now because in PvP meta, you always face either Fashion Blanca who do flame damage, or you face Embiser, and most of the time you face both of them together. Zangief is able to ignore the uh, and Bison's passive and also his natural passive is able to reduce the flame damage. So Zangief is just absolutely amazing character. So you definitely want to use his combo 2 as much as possible. Then we have I'm going to beat Zangief uh, next because his combo 2 is also absolutely amazing. Probably the best combo 2 on par with Zangief in my opinion. Would Everyone should know this by now. The interrupt, mass interrupt, AoE interrupt on all of the enemy. This is basically a lot of time what allows you to push past your limit in your story maps and allow you to beat enemies with twice or 3 times your power level, etc. So absolutely amazing. Definitely try to use his combo 2 if possible. Then you also have Mayor Cody, who also able to play, I believe, Hinder with his combo 2. It's also a control effect, potentially able to interrupt. Not very consistent as let's say Zangief, right? But still able to do that, so therefore you want to place his combo 2 if possible. Same the same for Makoto, I think. Let me just do all of them together. Makoto also have the ability to interrupt with her combo 2, so definitely try them out. They all kind of fall in the same category. Now we move on to Kuma. Kuma does massive loads of damage with his combo 2, and that's kind of how he is being defined as a character. So you kind of just need his combo 2, pretty much like just as simple as that. Then Fashion Sakura. Fashion Sakura's combo 2 is the only reliable way for him to actively heal the whole team. She is able to do a bit of passive healing with her passive, with like fighting spirit and cars, etc. But I believe her combo 2 is the only one where you can, let's say, actively activate yourself in order to heal your team. So that's why I do think it's actually quite useful for you to have Fighting Sakura doing combo 2 if you are playing her. Guy, I could almost place him in the super combo section because his super combo also targets back row. But out of all of them, I also decided to give an honorable mention to combo 2, which one also able to hit the back row, so that's very unique. And 2 also makes your combo 3 much stronger, so you can almost place him as your second DPS, your buffing DPS, because he is not only able to hit the enemy back row, he's also going to make your next attack much, much more powerful. So absolutely amazing. Then we have Adon. Adon is known for his hatred mark. Combo 2 is kind of the game mechanic for how you can do that. So combo 2 kind of self-explanatory there. Then we move on to Hugo. Hugo, you also need combo 2. Hugo's combo 2 is basically the potato marks. This basically allow him to consume the potato marks, but also then give potato marks to the rest of the team, which I think is actually really useful. So not only that you're able to heal a bit by eating your own potatoes, you're able to actually support your whole team. And that's why I think combo 2 is probably his best skill. Then we move on to Combat Gao. Combat Gao, basically, a lot of his fighting spirit or cards, etc., rely on the fact that he needs to dispel buffs. His combo 2 is an AoE attack with a high likelihood of dispelling buffs. And therefore, if you are playing him with his fighting spirit and also cards, you want to use his combo 2 as much as possible in order to activate those effects. Right now we move on to combo 3. Trendy's combo 3, her fighting spirit kind of improved her combo three even further. So that's why you kind of already know by then, combo three must be the good one. Similarly for Kami. Kami's combo three gets even better with fighting spirit. So you kind of know those are their key skill. But basically what Trinity is able to do is it changed from single target to AoE target. So that's always nice. What Kami's one is able to do is even higher ridiculous amount of damage for single target. So both of them, obviously, that's their strongest attack, so you should try to use that if possible. Dhalsim's combos really do ridiculous amount of flame damage. So anyone who faced Dhalsim before knows this. So therefore, combo 3 is a no-brainer. Gao combo 3 is similar kind of thing, able to do massive amount of damage, and also there's a follow-up explosion, and that explosion doesn't even cost anything when you have Fighting Spirit up, I believe. So that is absolutely crazy, and that's why you want to do it. Jury, once again, combo 3, massive amount of that. You definitely want to use that if possible. Um, Trendy Kami, combo 3, I believe, is what is able to then do kind of a lot of follow up damage with kind of how much Sunder damage has been already obtained. How she keep track of all the Sunder damage that she has done and then dish them all out. That is done through combo 3. So you kind of need combo 3 for Trendy Kami. So definitely play that. Then we have normal Dudley. Dudley requires, I believe, uh, is it dodge? Yeah, I think it's dodge. He requires dodge in order to fully functional with all of the counterattack punches, etc. Combo 3 is able to increase your dodge rate. So therefore, if you are going to use him to passively attack or just to take to really maximize his game mechanic of dodging and also counterattack, you kind of want to play his combo 3 as often as possible. DiCapri needs, I believe, like Garden Mark or something along that. But once again, her whole game mechanic, well, not whole game mechanic, but one very strong game mechanic of hers required this mark that she's only able to place with combo 3, so therefore it makes sense for you to play combo 3. E Honda combo 3 able to put a bullet wall to protect your whole team. He himself is already ridiculously difficult to kill. Now if you're able to protect your whole team with his bullet wall from combo 3, that's going to be really good for your whole team. So that's why you want to play his combo 3 if you do have a choice. Uh, Vega, definitely want combo 3 as well. Because what you want to do is that his Flying Barcelona, that's his signature attack, right? You kind of know Flying Barcelona, signature, combo 3, try to use that if you can. Once again, very straightforward. Huge amount of damage with all of the bleed, etc. All right, now we move on to some of the more interesting one. No combo needed. Now, all three of these characters, I actually think like a lot of time when I play them, I don't even need them to do any attacks. They can just sit there and they help my team already through that way. You have your Bison who just doesn't die, and when he do die, he's actually going to explode and do attacks. He can also follow up your other people's combo 2 or combo 3 for the first two times to do a massive AoE. So overall, even if you're not using him to do any combos, he can still dish out damage, and that's why he is so good just by sleeping kind of on the team. Rose, you actually need her fighting spirit to level 20 first, but afterwards, what happens is that she just needs to be on the team, and when any of your other allies attack, they are going to get a tarot card. So once again, she doesn't need to do anything herself actively. She can just literally stand there, and she will be increasing the damage output and the strength of your whole team. So once again, you don't actually need to use her for any combo. Obviously, if you do actually want to use her for combo, normally I recommend the combo 2. Combo 2 is able to give some extra uh, Destiny Terror and Life Terror, I believe, which is then gonna be either doing more damage or protect your team and heal up, etc. So if you do need her to do an attack, then you probably want to use her combo 2. But what I'm trying to say is that you can also get away with not using her doing any combo attack at all, and she's still gonna be massive help to your whole team. So that's absolutely great. Then we move on to Monster Hunter Ken. He does follow up attacks every single time. Now you can use him to start off his super combo, which sometimes I do because that actually draws out the last character the enemy have, so that could potentially be useful. But even if you're not using him to do that, he's just going to follow up every single one of your attack with more additional damage. So that's just absolutely amazing by himself already. So you don't have to play him in a combo chain. All right, now we move on to some of the other ones. DJ and T-Hawk, if you actually look at their super combo, combo one, combo two, you then realize they actually do quite different things, right? Your DJ's super combo is able to, I believe, do a shield of crit resist, which is totally different to what his combo one and combo two do. So, there is something very different. Combo two, I believe, actually have the ability to stun. So, depending on whether you want to resist crit or whether you actually want to stun enemies, then you want to do different things. Similarly with T-Hawk. T-Hawk's three super combo, combo one, combo two, I think do totally different things. Like one is able to increase, I think, your effect resistance. One is able to dispel your debuff, and something else, I think, give you like effect immunity or something like that. But they all do very different things. So depending on the situation, you definitely want to, do maybe a slightly different combo to your advantage and give you the actual effect that you want to do. And that's why I think they are situational. Then we also have Yun and Yang. The reason why Yun and Yang are here is because normally what you actually want to do is you want to play one of them for combo one and then switch to the other one for combo two and then rotate between them because they would do something like, well, combo one increase crit rate, and then your combo two is that would do more damage when your team do more crit. So you kind of need to play combo one first to increase your whole team's crit rate, so that in the second chain you are then able to do combo two and therefore do massive amount of additional damage. So for that reason, it's very situational because you will be frequently rotating between combo one and combo two. All right, so this is my guide on all of the combo tier list for every single character, and this is kind of how I believe each character, if you do play him, which is the best combo that you want to frequently spam out in your combo chains, etc. But do let me know in the comment section whether you agree with this or not. Maybe you are also playing some characters in a slightly different way and using another part of their combo chain a lot more often. So do let me know in the comment section on those if you do agree or disagree with me. All right, cool. Thank you, everyone. This is it for the video today, and hopefully see you next time.